For today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about our Waterfed system here, what it necessarily does, because a lot of people are a little confused on that, what its capabilities are, how I like to use it. So basically your Waterfed system is nothing more than a big water purifier. So you'll hook this up to the house. You want a short hose. You don't want a 100-foot hose going to your Waterfed system because you'll lose pressure. You have your RO here. Your RO is a very, very fine mesh. So you don't want to kill your water pressure before your water can reach your RO, because then whenever you're trying to clean windows, you're not going to have anything coming out of your brush. So this will hook up to your house. Your water will go through a carbon filter, which carbon's tough on your ROs, which is the only reason a lot of these have it. So you'll go through your carbon filter. Your carbon filter will run up to your RO, which stands for reverse osmosis. So all your water will run through this very, very fine mesh, and this will filter out about 70% of what's going to be in your water, your magnesium, your calciums, whatever that cause your hard water stains. Whoa, I'm leaking. This will be your discharge from the RO. So whenever your RO is taking out all those particulates and whatever else, it's got to have someplace to go with those. So what this will do is it'll shoot out some very, very dirty water out of your discharge hose here. Well, not dirty, but it's going to be heavily soiled with your calcium, your magnesium, your other hard water components. Which makes it good to test your TDS. Your TDS stands for Total Dissolved Solids. Whenever you get one of these off of windowcleaner.com's where I've gotten mine. Actually, this was off Marketplace. I would also check Marketplace. I'm a big Marketplace believer. But usually they come with TDS meters. So what I like to do is I like to test the TDS coming out of the house, just kind of so you know, which usually around here you're going to be floating around 175. And then test your TDS coming out. Oh, I didn't even finish. I'm getting all sidetracked. From your RO, your water will go up to your DI tank, your deionization, and it'll get pumped through this sand type stuff, your resin, and should take everything else out. Your water should be coming out 0 here, or at least less than 12. Because if it's more than 12, you'll be leaving water spots, which defeats the whole purpose. But I like to test at the house. I like to test the discharge hose, which the discharge hose is always going to be high. And then I like to test out of our outlet. And all of my machines are running right at 0, which is where you want. So that's kind of a little bit about the machine here, or the system. And then I will go show you the hookup that I put into our discharge here, because that also throws some people off. So I've got 2 systems. Back when I was having employees, right, I would take one, they would take the other. The one that I got off Marketplace came with an actual nice hose reel. And then this is the hose reel that I made myself. Same exact difference. This one's just a lot nicer looking. So you will hook this up to the outlet on your system. And right, this is your pure water coming through here. Your TDS should be 0. And then we have 3/8 inch hose. I do believe there's 100 feet of that on this. I know there's 100 on that. And then on your 0 line, I have 100 feet of that. So then you have 200 feet of reach. You can reach all the way around a gosh darn house. Some people, the systems come with, I believe, like 30 feet of your 0 hose. This is more than what they come with. But some people are like, this thing sucks, I can only reach 30 feet. And then they try to add more of your, I don't even know how big this is. I think it's like 3/16 or an 1/8 inch. Then they try to add hundreds of feet of this, and it kills your pressure coming out the end of your line. So you have to run your 3/8 inch hose and then connect it to your 0 hose. And then we've got our water-fed pole here. This is a 40-footer. But basically, your 0 hose will thread up through your water-fed system, up through your water-fed pole, and then into a brush at the end. This one I have set up just for a trad pole, so you can connect a squeegee or whatever you need on there. But I'll go show you my brush, because that's another thing. That's another thing people get tripped up about and have a lot of questions about. This is the setup that I run on my brushes. I will leave this in the water-fed pole, this section of hose. And then I will have a quick connect at the end of my 100 feet of 0 hose that I will just hook into this, so I don't have to thread this through and take this out each time. So there's 3 types of brushes that you'll find. This is a full boar's hair, which is going to be the most abrasive and provide a little bit better cleaning power. And then you have your full nylon. And then get ready for this. You have a hybrid. I mostly just do the full boar's hair. Just because some people swear by Waterfed. I don't necessarily swear by it. I don't think it can get as good of a clean on a lot of jobs as traditional. And then on all of my, just because of that, on all of my brushes, I'll set this up. This is just a paint sanding block thing. You can get them at Home Depot or Menards, Lowe's, whatever, for $7. So what I'll do on this is I will have this screwed into my brush, and then I'll put steel wool on this. If you're not using steel wool while you're window cleaning, you are 100% doing it wrong. But steel wool, use Quad 0. It won't scratch your windows, and it'll take virtually anything off. So what I'll do is I'll unroll these steel wool pads. We usually use 2, maybe 3 of them. And I'll stretch it across this sander and belt it down. So what I'll do is, you're cleaning the window, I'll pull this univalve to shut the water off, turn my pole around, and I'll steel wool the whole window, turn your water back on, brush and rinse your window. I'll do a video once it's actually warm out. I'll do a video using the Waterfed system and how to use it, how to actually clean windows with it. But that's what I run for my brushes. You can do a lot of your first time cleans you can do with this, since you have the steel wool. But a boar's hair brush, it won't get oxidation off of your windows. Steel wool will. So if you use the little combination here, usually works out pretty well. Your hybrids and your full nylon brushes will be for I would never use them really, but they'll be for commercial stuff that gets done monthly or quarterly. They don't get dirty that much. These just have a better glide on the window. So if you're cleaning something that's 40 feet up, you're not. These will glide a lot better, and if they don't have anything really built up on the window, this will bust up anything on the surface and then rinse it off, and you'll be fine there. So that's the difference between your brushes. Covered my setup, covered the difference in brushes. Showed you guys the hoses and the water-fed system. I'm a little limited on what I can do since it's like 10 degrees outside. I can't hook it up, can't run water through it, can't test the TDS for you. But that's a little brief synopsis on some Waterfed and what it does.